What?
Nothing. I was laughing. Okay, hey! Oh no, I'm going away. Yeah, that's some effect we got there.
You gonna announce the show?
I don't know. This doesn't look as cool as I was hoping. What if I teleport out of here?
You can teleport out.
Alright, hold on. 1 to teleport.
No, I say that.
Oh, right. 1 to... Or, go ahead.
1 to teleport.
Make it so. Okay, hey, Boozhoo! And welcome back to Boozhoo Nanaboozhoo, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am Nanaboozhoo, and over here, the lovely and the talented Natasha. Ikadon Boozhoo, Weenie Mushane.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the show.
And over here, the rock star cartoonist, Michael Lyons. Ikadon Boozhoo, Niji. Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. And yeah, and I am, did I introduce myself yet?
I think so.
I'm Will Smith.
No, you're not.
Okay, I'm Nanaboozhoo. And today's Ojibwe phrase of the day. And so what was it? Something like, is Will Smith happy?
Yeah.
I don't think Will Smith's too happy. Look at this. Jada got Will looking like he back in the pursuit of happiness.
No.
Yeah. You heard about that, right?
Yeah, that's like a year old.
Well, I think there's new updates. I think they're talking about it again. So if you don't know, A-list actor, multi-millionaire, TV star, movie star, Will Smith. I guess you know who Will Smith is. His nasty old bald wife gets into an entanglement with somebody named August.
Yeah, he's the famous rapper, August.
Famous rapper August something. You know, being a famous rapper in my world is like being a famous, goalie in hockey. I would know as much about hockey goalies as I do rappers. In fact, if I'm being totally honest here, just a little sidetrack. I was kind of looking up the Will Smith debacle. Here's the story of Will Smith if you're, not black. Will Smith, well, everyone knows Will Smith, but Will Smith's wife of many years, 20-some years, to have kids together. Her name is Jada Pinkett Smith. And she's bald sometimes, and sometimes she's got blonde hair, and she looks gross, and she's just, I don't know why she's famous, but she's rich and famous too. And she's got man arms.
Yeah, she does.
She's got really muscular man arms. She's like a little 5 foot tall, gymnast. Male gymnast. Bald. She goes through a midlife crisis. So Will's like his early 50s. Jada Pinkett Smith is in her late 40s. And then there's a world famous rapper named August. And I never heard of August. I don't remember his last name because I couldn't care less. Now he's most famous for dating Will Smith's wife and mother of his children. People just take that in stride. It's like, what? You're dating, number one, an old lady who's married to Will Smith? That's not cool. That's insulting to Will, to Will's son, to Will's daughter, to Jada Pinkett Smith. I don't know. But so, whatever, this August somebody. But then I was reading up on it. I was like, oh, you know where Jada Pinkett Smith got her start? From dating Tupac? Yeah, dating Tupac. Tupac Shakur, I think it was his name, is the most famous rapper who ever lived. And I think he died. I think he was killed. Yeah, he's dead. Allegedly. But when I was reading this, I realized something. What's that? I've never actually heard a Tupac Shakur. Are they called songs?
Yeah, I think so. Raps?
Yeah, I couldn't name a song. That makes me really uncool. But so apparently Tupac Shakur was famous for rapping and then dying. And then he had a girlfriend who married the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and gave him 2 children. At least. Because then I ran across this. If you ever feel ignored, just remember, Will Smith has a 22-year-old son named Trey Smith. Did you know that?
What? Trey Smith?
Yeah. Oh, Trey Smith. He's getting in pretty close with Jada Pinkett there. But I don't think that's one of Jada Pinkett's kids.
No, I don't think so.
But apparently Will Smith was married before he left his wife and, baby mama to Trey, poor guy. And decides, not only am I divorcing my wife, I'm divorcing my kid. He never mentions him. He's always talking about how important family is, how much he loves his son. But he never says, my sons. Trey Smith. Trey Smith tries to get girls. He's like, oh, my dad's Will Smith. Oh, are you Willow or Jada? Jaden? That's the other stupid thing about this crazy family. So there's Will Smith, Trey. He's only a normal one of the bunch. He marries a bald alien, Jada Pinkett. I assume she got pregnant and had those babies. I don't think they were made in a lab, but they named them after themselves and just crossed the genders. Will Smith became Willow Smith. I bet you know what I bet it is?
Clones.
Exactly. Do you guys think that Will Smith's kids are clones of himself and Jada Pinkett Smith? And then just transgendered clones? Because he made the girl Willow Smith, and she could move her hair back and forth. And then they made Jaden, Jaden Pinkett, or Jade. What are they both called, Jaden?
Jaden Pinkett Smith, and then what's the wife's name?
I thought her name was Jaden Pinkett Smith.
I don't think the son is Jaden Pinkett Smith.
I just forgot. Maybe this will tell us. Jada. Oh, so she's Jada Pinkett Smith, and the son is Jaden. All right. See, it got me all confused. I bet you they're clones. And so today, on this beautiful, but kind of chilly today. What was it? 35 degrees, rain on and off. It's going to be a rainy Wednesday. But to say, halfway. Give me one. It's raining. I don't know if it's raining now, but it's going to rain. We give me one. It's going to rain. on this Abituse. But you have to ask, hey, Will Smith, Anin, AGA Ayan, how are you? Sweetie? Yeah. Anin, AGA Ayan, how are you?
Namino Aya, I'm good. Neiman Wyndham, I'm happy.
Oh, God, I'm glad you said that. That's our other word. Minawana Gozi is to be happy. Minawana, or it's kind of happy, whatever. It's just the word happy. The Pursuit of Happiness. That was a movie Will Smith was in. So, Will Smith, are you happy? Neiman Wyndham? Ani and AJ Ayan, how are you? I'm worried about Will Smith.
Are ya?
Yep. It's, he doesn't seem happy to me. I don't think you can be. So the news came out again. They thought they would comment. So a year ago or something, the Mother of the Year, Jada Pinkett Smith, decides to make a podcast. And she's got a red table there. And it's called a Red Table Interview or something. And she goes, I know. I'm gonna interview my famous husband on my show. That'll help the ratings. And I'll ask him how it made him feel when I cheated on him with a much younger man. Oh, that was the other thing. This August guy is like in his 20s. Big rock star. You gotta date a married middle-aged lady? I mean, what did that do for his street cred?
Not much, I don't think.
Yeah. So, and then you just kind of watch the two of them try to talk about their stupid, enlightened, modern relationship. Where, I can't make you happy, you can't make me happy. She had an entanglement with August. Oh, you had a relationship? That's what I said, an entanglement. I hadn't felt happy in so long, and I wanted to help him. It's like, aren't you a mother of children? Yeah, whatever. So I thought I'd go have an entanglement with this young rapper, because he thinks I'm cool because I used to date Tupac Shakur in the 80s. But so that happens, and then you watch Will try not to cry. Fast forward 6 months or so, they're back in the public eye, and Will Smith's all, yeah, well, we decided to have an open relationship. I'm like, excuse me, Mr. Smith. Nobody asked. We don't want to know about your middle-aged married love life. But apparently we do. So it comes out and it goes, we decided, because we're so spiritual and enlightened, and I can't make her happy and she can't make me happy, so we're going to go off, make ourselves happy, and when we come back together, happiness. Minawana Gozi. Whoops. Minawana Gozi. And I was thinking about it, I was like, man, that's so stupid. It's such a modern, dumb, I don't know. Will Smith doesn't feel like he's got the right to be jealous, to be heartbroken, to be angry, to feel betrayed. And she just kind of rubs it in there because, she's like, hey, the greatest, or they said something like this, that's the highest form of love, is to allow your partner to have the space to make themselves happy. Because I always thought when we got married, it was like two would become one. We're both on two separate paths. We have to make ourselves happy. That's the most. So Jada Pinkett Smith's going to go out and, I don't know. Somebody's honking at us out there.
Do you want me to go look in the window?
Nah. I don't care who that is. Number one, you come to my house at 8 o'clock in the morning. If you know who I am, and meaning you know where I live, then you should know I'm busy in the mornings. I'm on the YouTubes. Number two, I'm a middle-aged man. I do not get up and look out the window every time somebody honks their horn at me. That's not a phone call. Hey, beep, beep. Come out of your house. Come to my car. I popped in. Well, you can just pop right out. You're not doing me any favors. Crabby? Not too happy. That probably wasn't even for us. Yeah, I know. That's probably the neighbors. Anyway, Minawana Gozi to be happy. No, so what? What makes you happy? Does becoming a TV star, did that make Will Smith happy? Maybe. It made him popular. It made him rich. That was many years ago. It opened doors for Will Smith to one day meet the ex-girlfriend of Tupac Shakur. I think Tupac Shakur became like a folk hero. Kind of like the movie, Say Hello to My Little Gun. Yeah, Scarface. Scarface. He came to represent thug life. I think he even tattooed thug life on his belly. Minawana Gozi, to be happy. Neiman Wyndham. So you're happy? Is that what you're saying? Neiman Wyndham. Neiman Wyndham. G-A-I-N Omanungu. Neiman Wyndham. G-A-I-N Omanungu. You're happy to be here today? Yep. Well, there you go, you guys. I don't think Will Smith is happy. I could be wrong. I mean, who am I to question? You know what would make me happy, sweetie? Saying hello to the Boozhoo crew. You read my mind. I haven't even said hello to anybody here yet. Well, bless my heart. Bless your heart. Well, thank you, sweetie. Bless my heart. Boozhoo Shelly Ham. Shelly says good morning. Can we give a gold star to Shelly? Gold star for Shelly. Zagame says, am I golden? Not even close. You're silver, which is much more valuable. But no, you came in second. Silver star for Zagame. Silver star for the Mosquito Queen. The Mosquito Queen? Well, she's Zagame. Hey, Missy Charlie's here. Boozhoo cuz. Missy's here, sweetie. Missy's in third place. Good morning. Wally Bear. Damn it. Couldn't type fast enough again. Hey, Wally Bear, you wanna cut your language here? There's children watch the show. Saying the D word. Is damn it a swear? I guess I thought it was, but I guess you can say, when the Lord damned something. It feels like a swear because you say it when you stub your toe. Ah, damn it. It's not the worst swear, but it's up there. And who else is here? Grassroots Indians is here. Okay, hey Indians, how you doing, my fellow redskin? That old dirty redskin, that wild band of Indian. Grassroots is here. Hey, Grassroots. How you doing? Grassroots says, Fresh Prince. That's right, he was on a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Which I never saw either. I really shouldn't be commenting on media and celebrities and stuff, because I remember one time when I was in high school, this guy came to our school, and he was from some organization that had to collect data. Well, but the end of the story was, he was going to give me $50 to take a survey about movies, which ones I'd seen, what I thought of them, how often I went to the movies, all this kind of stuff. I brought back home this packet, and it took me like 2 hours to fill out. After a while, I just started filling in bubbles, just not caring. Because the first thing I realized was, I grew up in a town of 114 people. Nearest movie theater was, for a while, there's one in Walker, 15 miles away, that you'd go to once or twice a summer. There were drive-in theaters I went to a couple times as a kid. But then, Bemidji was 25 miles away. It was a major, once you gas up and pick up your friends and stuff, it's It's a trip to go to Bemidji. So even though I thought I was a typical American teenager, saw all the movies, once I started taking this survey, I realized, man, I haven't seen most movies. And to this day, there's a lot of stuff I have no idea what people are talking about. You know, like the movie The Pursuit of Happiness. I never saw that. Never saw The Fresh Prince. But Grassroots says man hands. That old Jada Pinkett Smith. Yeah, Jada Man Pinky Smith. Jada Veiny Arms Smith. Some people kind of speculate that the reason why Will Smith is so unhappy, like he really portrays the over-the-top, excitable, enthusiastic, celebrating life. You know, come on, I was an Independence Day. Woo! Hello, Oprah. Everything's great. Gonna kiss my son on the mouth on TV. Did you guys ever see that? Ugh. Oh, and there's also the fact that Will Smith is gay. But, what else? Oh, is he happy? He portrays one thing, but you can tell he's dying on the inside. And some people speculate. It's like, you know, his dad left him. His dad abandoned him and he was raised by a single mom. And so now that he's grown up, even though he could get so many, you know, quality, high, just great women. With his money, fame, looks, charm, you know, he's even proven that he'll marry you. So many women Will Smith could have had. But he chooses to go out with women who act like single moms. No offense, single moms. But Jada Pinkett Smith acts like she's strong, independent, runs the house, runs her own life, isn't dependent on no man. You know. Hey, we got a super chat. No kidding. Who gave us super chat? Shelly Ham. Boozhoo, got to love your political correctness. Sorry. I know. I do like how you love to stir the pot. Yeah. I'm not even sure what I said, but I'm getting old and crotchety and way less politically correct. But thank you for the super chat, Shelly. Appreciate it. So, Will Smith, he was raised by a woman, or who knows? I think he's out looking for a woman to love him, but he keeps on recreating, like his parents' relationship, or I don't know. I get the feeling that he doesn't feel like he's worthy. You know, millions of dollars in Hollywood and all that. Because a man with any self-respect never would have let it go on this long. You know. And what's behind? How come he doesn't acknowledge Trey? Who? See, that's what I'm saying. Trey Smith, his firstborn. Does Trey rap? We'll never know. He puts Willow, makes Willow a rap artist by the time she's a second grader. I whip my hair back and forth. Everybody saw that. She's probably been in movies too. I don't know. Jaden's been in movies. I think he was in one with his dad even. Was he a Karate Kid? Yep, he was a Karate Kid. And he lets his wife date rappers. But then he's got the one son. I mean, what is that? Hey, Zagame just gave us $10. Thank you, Zagame. Zagame, bless your heart. You've been saying that a lot lately. Yeah, I just remembered it. So my grandma would always say, oh, bless your heart. Bless your heart. Miigwech, Zagame. Got a tenner. A fiver and a tenner. I think that's what they call it in England. So, what have we learned here today about Will Smith and the pursuit of happiness? Will Smith needs to take the red pill.
You think so?
Yeah. I think they would say Will Smith is blue-pilled. He's been conditioned by strong, independent, non-traditional women. You know, Jada doesn't treat Will like he's leading her. Hey, Jim! Jim just gave us a super chat. Thank you, Jim. $2 from Jim. Old Jim is working hard this year. Get up and get your grammar out of here. That's a Kiss tune, man. La la. Old Jim is working hard this year.
And baby, do the things you're supposed to do.
Do it!
Baby, if you're feeling good.
But so Jada, or Will Smith marries a woman who doesn't love him, doesn't respect him. And also this idea that somehow, who you sleep with is gonna determine your happiness. I mean, didn't he really learn anything after all his, Will Smith was a dreamer and a doer. He climbed that mountaintop of excellence. He wanted to be a 1%er. He was going to be a millionaire, rich and famous. And he did it. But even his wife and his kids, they see that and they go, so that's not making me happy. I have to make myself happy. I'm going to go. And actually, now that I think about it,
What's that?
I feel bad for the kids.
You're kidding.
No, I really do. Could you imagine if your parents went on, and who am I? I'm some nobody in northern Minnesota in Podunk Town no one ever heard about with my thumb up my butt, finger up my nose.
Why are you saying that?
I don't know. And I have an opinion on Will Smith's life and sex life, and I know about his. I just think, the kids must be so embarrassed. Kids aren't proud of going, I think it's great that all of my friends have seen my dad in movies. They just know that, yeah, my friends all know that my mom is a hoe. My mom's a common garden tool. My dad's probably gay and a cuckold. A cuck. That's not a swear word, is it?
No, sounds like one though.
It's a Shakespeare word, cuckold. It's when somebody else, I think it has something to do with chickens, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's when a male chicken comes in and impregnates some other guy's wife or something.
Yeah. So I don't know. Shelly Ham says, I would like to be rich. Fame is overrated. They can keep the fame. Yeah. I used to think I wanted to be famous. Well, I kind of figured you have to be, that came with not having to have a job or wear a shirt properly. So I tried to put my shirt back on. Yeah, I kind of figured, well, I want to be so rich that I don't have to ever worry about money. And then I got old, and in fact, I heard this joke once. A guy went to a fortune teller, and he goes, you're going to be poor until you're 50. Oh, you're going to be poor and miserable until you're 50. And after that, it's all going to change. You'll no longer be like that. And the guy goes, oh, really? Am I going to become rich? Because no, you'll still be poor, but you're just going to be used to it by then. But I used to think, well, if I'm ever going to become where I'm no longer stressed and depressed over money, I'm going to have to get rich. I didn't care about buying stuff. I just didn't want to ever have to worry. I wanted to be able to have anything I wanted. But I figured, well, I want one car, one place to live, one nice bike, 6 acoustic guitars, you know, and whatever. But then I figured, well, in my line of work, I'm gonna have to become famous, so enough people see my whatever comic strip that made me rich, and then so it kind of have to go hand in hand. But there's a lot of really rich people who just have boring jobs that nobody cares about. Like Jeff Bezos is the richest man in the world. Not sure what he did. I'm not interested in who he is. He did something with either Google, something to do with computers. I don't think he invented the computer, but something. Oh, I know. He's the one who shot Shatner up into outer space. Yeah. Jeff Bezos. But, oh, Missy. Doggone you, Missy. Quit giving us money. Don't tell her that. I like getting money from Missy. Miigwech, Missy. Thanks, Miss. We got a $5 super chat from Missy. Sir Fev 2010 says, ever hear the song Lost and Found by Shill Smith? Shill Smith. You ever hear Lost and Found by Shill Smith? No. Can't say that we have. What about you, Michael? Have you heard of Shill Smith? No, it sounds like a cover band for Will Smith. Oh, is it a Will Smith, like Kiss has those cover bands? Maybe it is. And they always have names like, Cold Gin, Kiss Alive. Poor in French means something. Poor in French. Poor in French. Oh, really? It means something like being poor. It's poor. Being rich would be boring. You know what's weird? I think you can become rich if you just lower the bar. Like there came a point in my life not long ago where I was thinking about happiness, success, depression, failure, whatever. And when you get old, there comes a point where you got to either call the game, you either crossed the finish line or you didn't. Did you reach your goals? You don't get to wait until you're on your deathbed to go, okay, did I reach my goals? Did that work? So when I got to be about 50, I was like, all right, what happened? When I look back on my life, all my goals, all the things I wanted, I remember thinking one day, someday I want an old fox to give me $5. And sure enough, miigwech, Papa Wagosh. Really appreciate it. Papa Wagosh just gave us 5. Hey, thanks, Papa Wagosh. You made my day, buddy. Like that. I suddenly feel kind of rich because Papa Wagosh, just slid us a little $5. Don't tell your auntie, but here's $5. So I got to a point where I was okay, am I happy, sad, a success, a failure? Keep redefining, redrawing the line, But middle age is crossing over or through something. When you're a kid, you're always like, what am I going to be when I grow up? Even when you're in your 20s, then you're in college. It's like, well, I'm going to be a lawyer. So these are my goals for the day, for the week. Get through college, get through law school, get into a firm. You have these goals, you try, and you either succeed or you fail. And you can keep on trying, And there's some professions where they'll say, yes, here's your license and here's your job in your office. Go on it. You are a 5th grade teacher. Well done. You did it. You succeeded. Then you go in and you like so many of these female teachers these days, you have a relationship with one of your students, you weirdo, and you get fired. Now you go, oh, I guess I'm no longer a teacher. Now I'm a failure. So for me, I was like, am I a failure? Okay, I'm 50 years old now. I'm never going to be a young pop star. That image of me being like David Cassidy, Paul Stanley on the Alive album, David Bowie, and Ziggy, that's never going to happen. I'm way too old. I'd look ridiculous. I'm an old man with a paunch, skinny legs, balding on top. If I was ever going to be a rock star, it would have happened before now. And so I went, okay, I guess that didn't happen. I'm a failure as a rock star. I had a dream, it didn't work. But then I went, okay, wait a second. What was the dream? And how would I have ever decided that, yep, I became a rock star? Was it when I had a song on an album? Well, I did that. I even had a song on an album that they sold in a record store after 9/11. I've been in a studio. I've been on a stage. I've opened for Bachman Turner Overdrive with my cousin Eric. Whatever. It never seemed like, well, you never made it as a musician. It's like, well, I can play the guitar now, and I can sing, and I can play the harmonica. Hey, Flat Stuff Earth is back. Miigwech. And thank you for the $2 super chat. I guess Flat Stuff Earth isn't a computer robot. They just gave us $2. I didn't think they were a computer bot. I was worried. Miigwech. But then I realized, I was like, well, if I redefine what I think is, the definition of rock star, did I become a rock star? Because when I was a kid, I was like, well, what are rock stars? I want to be a guy who gets to wear like holy jeans, has long hair, plays a guitar and sings, doesn't work at a job, has gigs, can be interviewed, talk about his bands. I pictured being this person who was kind of relaxed, talented and respected. People kind of knew, but a cool guy. Well, I did kind of become that guy. Yeah, you did. I mean, not to blow smoke up my own butt, but I was like, okay, well, maybe that did come true, that part. I did become a musician. I have made some money. I don't know. I'm not sure, I never got some award where the world said, here's your gold record. You are now officially a rock star. Because then, the more I looked into rock star stories, like Ziggy Stardust, when Bowie was his most famous, well, he was famous his whole life, but when he was really, the thing in music, like in the 70s, he was penniless. Record company took everything. Everything was on credit. And that's why he sang that song, Fame. Fame, what you like is in the limo. Fame, what you need you have to borrow. Fame, what you get is no tomorrow. Fame, fame. So then I went, okay, well, I'm certainly not famous. Every band, one way of looking at it was like, oh, I failed at everything. Every band I ever tried to be in ended up breaking up. We tried to get bigger, better paying gigs. And, the most expensive, most I ever made at a gig was, like the whole band probably made $1,000. Divided by 5 people. Take away the expenses of, all the equipment you've bought and all the hours of learning the songs and, just a ridiculous waste of time and money. If you're trying to make money I'd have to say I was a failure financially. And then I went, well, if I redefine what I think is a financial wellness, I went, okay. Paul Stanley, in a great book, I wish I had it here, Face the Music, the Paul Stanley autobiography. Paul talks about after Dynasty, his accountant came up and said, you owe over $1 million in taxes. You don't have any money. He's like, what are you talking about? I got a number 2 album, blah, blah, blah. I'm Paul Stanley of Kiss. You know Kiss, the most recognizable band in the world? It's like, yeah, you not only do you have no money in your checking account, you owe the IRS $1 million or whatever it was. Paul Stanley was actually selling guitars. He had, top of the line electric guitars from the, gifted to him from the record companies or the guitar companies, By this point, they would put on their records, Paul Stanley uses BC Rich guitars. $2,000 guitars, $10,000 guitars, whatever they were. He'd take them to the guitar store, sell them for money, for food, while he was, touring with Kiss. Sure, 6 months later, large windfall of money comes in, takes care of him. But I went, you know what? Flat Stuff Earth just gave us $2. I've never, by the time I was 50, I hadn't bounced a check in well over 10 years, maybe 20 years. Even though I was always thinking I was just near the edge, almost no money. I realized, you know what? I have been successfully paying off all my bills. I've never missed rent once in ever since I've been paying my rent. I mean, I've lived in some dumps. I've always tried to find the cheapest rent I could, but I made it work. I went, okay, so maybe I am a success. And I know with you and your comic books and the coloring books and that, yeah. You wanted to be a successful cartoonist. Do you feel like you ever became a successful cartoonist? Not until Facebook and the show. But again, I had to redefine what I thought making it as a cartoonist would look like. Yeah, what did you think making it as a cartoonist would look like? Well, I thought it would be like, Doonesbury or something. Like some big company would send me a check, send me a letter saying, welcome to your career as a cartoonist. And in the end, it took just doing it, sharing it for free, and then just letting God pay my bills. Yeah. So like that. So they say, and then same thing musically. Yeah, and then the show, being able to share our songs and perform on the show is just like, if I was performing in a play or with a band or something. Yeah, exactly. Because what a lot of people in the Boozhoo crew don't understand, every word I say on the show, and Natasha says, and Michael says, and everything in between, we have to rehearse this for hours every day. This very speech I'm giving right now is word for word, line, memorized, word for word, memorized. Hey, what is this? They give me an ad. You guys probably can't see it. But, so here's the secret to happiness. And I'm going to let Natasha get up here. Because I talked a whole lot about absolutely nothing. Yeah. Minawana. What does it take to be happy? It's not Will Smith's life. And it's not Will Smith's wife. It's not his kids. To be happy, I think it was Tony Robbins, the big-toothed giant motivational speaker. He goes, happiness is when your blueprint of your expectations in life matches your life. When you have a blueprint that doesn't look like what your life looks like, you will be unhappy. Well, and what you say to yourself too. This is kind of what your book is about. We talked about this. Michael says, don't buy Rockstar Cartoonist. But what it is, part of it is talking about your depression, right? Yeah, I make jokes about it. Yeah, making jokes about his depression. But what you say about yourself will determine how you feel about it. So if you say, I'm depressed, you will feel depressed. One thought experiment you can do is to say the exact opposite of everything you think and see if it's true for a second. So like when I was unhappy, or like, I'm a failure. Well, for a second go, I'm a success. And then see if there's any truth to that. It's like, what do you mean you're a success? Well, you know, I've successfully learned and mastered I mean, never master it, but I'm a pretty good guitar player, and I can write songs and record them, and I've successfully become a person who, can front a band and record, and, I've done that. I've successfully stayed out of jail. I've successfully developed myself to what kind of looks like what I would have wanted to be like when I was a kid. I've avoided a lot of the problems that could have really made me feel, I've never been arrested. I've never been divorced. I've never, I've never done a lot of stuff that people might brag about, Oh, I've never been to England. I've never skied in Norway. I've never downhill skied. But what was I going to say that? Oh, but when your blueprint, look at that blueprint again, So you say, oh, I'm lonely. Nobody likes me. I have no friends. Is that true? Yeah, kind of. Or is the opposite true? I have hundreds of friends. We just passed 2.5 thousand subscribers. I saw that. 2.5 thousand people at some point. Different people from all walks of life in the whole world saw us and went, yeah, let me know when you're going to tell some jokes. I might watch again. I might watch for 2 seconds and decide, oh, that's right. This guy has nothing to say. But, this is just the opposite of having no friends or having a whole community of people who love you. It's like, okay, yeah, that's kind of true too. And no. The one thing that really rang true in that book was when you said, it wasn't I'm always broke. I hate my job. I either hate the job I have or I don't have a job, and I'm always almost screwed. You say the opposite and you go, I don't have a job to hate. I have a career. Money has always come to me easily. Sometimes the last minute. Sometimes from places just like grandma. I'm not saying I earned every penny that I've ever paid, every bill I've had. But now I think, Kitchen Manitou, he feeds the birds. And I think he's always paid my bills, one way or another. I've never gone to bed hungry. I've eaten saltines and peanut butter for supper. But I don't know what it's like to be truly hungry for more than 10 minutes when I go, oh, I'm hungry. I'm going to eat a spoonful of Jif peanut butter. That's all I have. When you're hungry, a spoonful of Jif is delicious. I've never been homeless. I've never woken up in a jail cell. I've been taken care of. So I can say, am I cursed or am I blessed? I started to look at all the good stuff and just kind of, I don't know. Am I delusional? It was like one day I just kind of said, you know what? I'm declaring a victory. Screw it. I'm over 50 now. Guess what? If I have to make a call, did things work out or not? I went, yeah, actually, they did work out. I didn't get Will Smith rich. I didn't even get the guy who brings in the carts at Target rich. That guy probably has more money than me most of the time. At least he has more consistent income. But I did make enough money to not have to work at another job. I don't have a boss. I have my own house. I don't own. But who does own their house? You got to borrow money. Got a pickup that's rusting away. It looks like It looks like a zombie whose clothes are rotting off. That's what kind of truck pickup we have. It's got so much rust on it. Yeah. But I did grow up to get to be a guy who gets to perform, be creative, be musical, be artistic, have fans. You call them fans? Yeah. At least friends, viewers. And viewers like you. Sesame Street is brought to you by... For Sesame Street is a children's television workshop production. Brought to you by the Melinda P. and William T. Gates Foundation. It turns out that's the Bill Gates. Yeah, didn't you know that? No. Bill Gates is paying for Sesame Street? Are they divorced now? I don't know. I don't pay attention. Yeah. But to be happy then, so this is my final word. And I'll let you get up here. To be happy is just, sometimes it's making a call, deciding that your life, just say, yeah, actually, you know what, I am happy. And then making your mind find the evidence to why that's a true statement. Because I don't think happiness is that you don't really arrive there. It's kind of a byproduct of gratitude. You know? Look at your life and not... I mean, it's okay to compare it with your expectations or your dreams. But be careful that you don't define yourself. Maybe you've already reached the finish line. Maybe you already won. And you didn't notice it because you weren't grateful enough. You know? It's not going to come from becoming Will Smith. You know, Will Smith could be happy if he, I don't know. Will Smith, his whole life is an entanglement. But I wouldn't want to trade places with him. I don't care to have a big old yacht. What would I do with a yacht? We could go out voting. Yeah, we could go boating in our yacht. Come on, kids. What if one day I said, hey, honey, let's go out on a boat ride with Jada and Willow Pinkett Smith? I would say no thanks. Yeah, me too. I don't want to be on a boat with Jada and Willow and Jaden, or whatever. Will Smith. All right, sweetie, we got a good song here for the people? I thought we did, but now I can't find it. What do we start out with? We had that intro song? I could either play... Oh, wait, I have this. It's the... Time now for a moment with Makwa. Hey, Makwa, we're going to play your video where you talk about Makwa. Makwa's asleep, you guys. Makwa means bear. And those guys... Did you roofie them or something? No, they're just sleeping. I hope they're not dead. Here's Makwa talking about... Michael's cartoon strip, comic strip, OJIBERISH. And, miigwech bizendawiag. Thank you for listening. Natasha will be up here after these messages. Take it away, Makwa.
Thank you, Nanaboozhoo. Hey, everybody. Boozhoo. Makwa Nandijanakas. Makwa is my name. Bear, Makwa. And, the Bears are a proud clan of the Anishinaabe. We're the protectors of the people. Hey, Makwa. Yeah, what?
Aren't you going to talk about the cartoon?
Oh, right. So today's OJIBERISH cartoon, I get carried away sometimes, I talk about the Bear clan. We're a proud people.
Yeah, I know, but you got to talk about the cartoon.
All right. So, Boozhoo. And today is a gibberish cartoon by Michael Lyons. We got a little drawing of a caterpillar here. OJIBERISH. OJIBERISH is a caterpillar. And then he falls asleep there. And Aziz, in the comic book medium, I guess, a series of Z's is supposed to be make you think the person's asleep. It's like zzz or something. I don't know. He's snoring. So the caterpillar goes to sleep, and when he wakes up, he's a mamangua. He's a butterfly. And so this is I don't know. It's a cartoon, I suppose. I don't see the laugh behind it. Where's the joke?
I don't think it's that kind of cartoon. I think it's just, like an artistic cartoon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You know what cartoon I like? I like Snoopy.
Me too.
That old dog, he makes me laugh every time. Maybe we should be looking at Snoopy cartoons.
Yeah, that's an idea. We could put some Snoopy cartoons up.
Anyway, this has been your gibberish cartoon for the day. I am Mukwa Nindijanagas. And I will see you again. Gigawabamin. Back to you, Nanaboozhoo.
Yeah, great.
Nice job, Mukwa. That wasn't convincing, was it?
No.
Mukwa. My Mukwa. My Corona. Ooh, I want a pretty one. A pretty one. Come and take a look at my Papa Wagosh. Nanaboozhoo, he come, grooving up slowly. He got juju eyeballs. He's not holy roller. He got hair down to his knees. Got to be a joker. He just do what he please. Nah, that's you, sweetie.
Yeah.
Hey, Papa Wagosh. And Joseph's here. How's it going, Joseph? Joseph in his Technicolor Dreamcoat's here, sweetie.
Oh, really? Is he wearing that bright colored coat again?
Yep. How you doing? Joseph's only live pod we try and keep up with. Only notification worth looking at anymore. Well, Miigwech, Joseph. Do you hear that, sweetie?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I appreciate it. La, la, la. Flat Stuffer says, the optic cool. The optic cool. It looks cool. Oh, you think this looks cool? Ah, Miigwech. Hey, Daniel Black. Boozhoo, Daniel. Lead the 82nd. The bear sounds like George W. Bush. Yeah, he does, doesn't he? He sure sounds suspiciously like another guest, huh, Michael?
I'm not sure what you're getting at.
I'm just saying, somebody could put a little more effort into their different characters on this show.
I think I do a pretty good job.
Well, sometimes. Some people don't even know the secret behind me, huh?
The fact that you're transgendered?
I told you that in confidence.
Oh, you told everyone the other day on the show.
Well, still, that was my private... I'm sorry, Big Mouth here just admitted to everyone that I was born a boy. You know? I mean, so what?
If that isn't my real voice. I mean, come on, who cares? Nah.
Just kidding. Oh, la la la, do. Like that Snoopy pic I posted in Dance Regalia. I love that. Did you ever see that, sweetie?
Snoopy in the fancy, or in the traditional powwow regalia?
Yeah. How you doing, Wally Bear? I know, I love stuff like that. Kaya says, hello, am I late? Well, it all kind of depends. Sorta. We're just about to leave. Should I go out and say a little prayer?
You want to step outside?
Yeah. I'm gonna go outside, you guys.
All right, hang on a second. Let me just lock in on your coordinates here.
Okay.
And that's 1 to teleport.
Make it so, number 1.
Okay.
Hey. Oh, it's a really pretty day. I guess I thought I was going to come out to the little river area. But did we get rid of that? I think we did. Anywho, Once I was a fool. Zagame says, stop picking on Michael. He could take it. Michael. You know, I'm a dreamer, but my heart's a gold. Are you a dreamer? They say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Nah. I can't believe I just quoted John Lennon. Oh, brother. You know, I'm a dreamer. Think about dreamers. Dreamers are ultimately optimists. You know, if you think maybe you can, it's like a something. Well, ultimately, the universe, still brainwash. Ultimately, the flat plane, domed, flat realm we live in is a fair place. If I work real hard and I, say no to drugs, I can do whatever I want. I kind of grew up with this sort of optimism for whatever reason. I probably had good grown-ups around. I did get a lot of encouragement when I was little, followed by a lot of indifference when I was a teenager. So, when I was a little girl, I would sing in front of people, in front of the class sometimes. And people would applaud and tell me I was good. And I was in the talent show. And I would draw pictures and make, birthday cards for people when I was a little in elementary. Nothing but praise. It's like, oh, you're so good, Natasha. Then I became a zitty-faced teenager. And I don't know what happened. But the adults in my life weren't that interested for a while. You're not as cute. Maybe it's because I had a little brother by the time I was 14, but kind of went incognito. And I think there's a lot of musicians and singers especially. Anybody who wants to get on a stage or in a spotlight, they were probably sort of ignored as kids. Like, I kind of think Will Smith, it says something about his childhood, that he yearns for the acceptance of a woman. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into his marriage with his childhood, but he stays in a relationship with somebody who doesn't love him. That's his last word. She doesn't love you, Will. It's not asking too much for monogamy when you're middle-aged, balding pit bull of a wife says she's not happy and she wants to have an entanglement with a guy in his 20s. A friend of your child. There's that aspect too. Have you thought about that? August was a friend of Jaden. Oh, I don't even want to tell the story, but they're both dead now. Here's a story. When I was a little girl in high school, had a circle of friends, and like a lot of teenagers, the joke was always, especially with the boys, oh, what were you doing last night? Well, I was with your mom. You always make jokes about dating the other person's mom. Yeah, your mom looked pretty good in that. Just to make your buddy mad, right? We had nicknames for our friends' mothers. And there was Pat Oslin. We would call her, it was my friend Terry's mom, her name was Pat. We'd call her Pat Me on the Ass Osland. We'd be like, hey Terry, how's Pat Me on the Ass Osland? There was my friend David's mom, her name was Shirley. We'd be like, hey, how's Shirley? My mom's name is Jan. They used to say, hey, how's Wham Bam? Thank you, Jan. It was always jokes about getting with each other's mom because it would be like the worst thing you could do to a person. So August actually does that to his friend Jaden. But it happened to my friend. I guess they're all dead. I'm just going to say it. And everyone knows. But our circle of friends disintegrated in the summer of 1986, I think. We were all graduated from high school by then. And I think it was the last time I saw him. I'm not even going to say his name because his kids are still alive. And I think they watch the show. But my one buddy goes, hey, I'm going to run over and see, let's call her Joan. And I went, Joan? Who's Joan? He goes, Joan Binder up. Oh, that was the other one. My friend's last name was Binder up. And so we called his mom Bender over. Anyway, so he goes, we'll go visit. And I was like, who? Because, our buddy's mom. I was like, visit his mom? Well, okay, but come back to the party later. Don't hang around and have coffee or whatever grown-ups do. And he never came back to the party. Well, the next day, we finds out. So there's friend one, friend two. Friend one starts going out with friend two's mom. Friend two's mom is also married to friend two's dad. So she moves out, breaks up, he breaks up the family of his buddy's mom and dad and moves her into his trailer. In Benedict, Minnesota or wherever. Living some dirt road. I'm like, oh man, I didn't think we had to spell out the rules, dude. That was a joke. Obviously, don't snag your buddies and one of his closest friends. I wouldn't say best friend, but we were all each other's top 5 best friends. And well, it kind of ruined everything because friend 1 wanted to kill friend 2. Friend 2 fell out of favor with the whole circle of friends. This is the 80s. We would judge people for that. You did what? Yeah, if he doesn't kick your butt, I might have to, for him. You don't do that. What's wrong with you? But he did it. So, why am I talking about that? I can't remember. I better just put on some tobacco and say a prayer. This is the Lord's Prayer in Ojibwe. Nusina, wakwing ebian. Our Father who art in heaven. Apigish gichi twawendemig. Gina nuzawin. May your name be hallowed. Apigish be dagwishanu maguk. Gitu gi mami win. And endaman. May your kingdom come. Apigish ishiwe bak di bishko wakwing miko. May your will be done. Gaye a king on earth. Miku gaye ish paming. As it is in heaven. Mijishanang nuko akishakak nempakwe shikani nimana. Minik iyoyang. Give us today our daily bread. Bunigade. Ta wishanang ang gaye ga ishi nishki ahange. Nish kihanange. Forgive us for our offenses against you, just like we forgive others. Gaye gego gaye ishi wishishi kange. Gagwe dibinin gay winning. Do not lead us into temptation. Dash inanama wishanang maye nadak. And keep us from what is evil. Ape and gay. Amen. Sometimes he answers back, but Not every time. La la la. So yeah. Anyway, I guess I'll go back. Boop.
Okay, Boozhoo.
Hi, sweetie.
Well, hello, Natasha. How are you?
Not too bad.
Did you put out your tobacco?
I did.
Would you like me to pick you up?
I would.
All right, hang on. I'm scanning for your coordinates.
Okay.
1 to teleport.
Make it so.
How was it out there?
Yes, not too bad.
Was it going to rain?
I don't know. There's some clouds, but not that big of a deal.
All right. What do you want to do after this?
Well, we need to get garbage bags, paper towels, more, I like that chicken we're buying. You ever go to the deli and just get the rotisserie chicken that didn't sell? They just cut up into a bunch of little shreds. I'm living off that. And some more cat food. We're almost out of cat food, too.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to take a trip to Walmart. Maybe go to the country kitchen afterwards.
Yeah, why not?
And go to country kitchen for some lunch. That's because we're rich and famous and can do whatever we want. Because we're huge successes and we're happy as clams.
Happy as clams.
Nothing's more happy than a clam, I guess. Anyway, hey everybody. I would like to say from the bottom of my heart, miigwech bizundawiyeg. Thank you so much for watching, or for listening. And miigwech ganawabiyeg. Thank you for watching. Boozhoo Nanaboozhoo, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am Natasha. This is Nanaboozhoo.
Miigwech, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
This is Michael Lyons.
Thanks so much for listening. We'll see you tomorrow.
And I will see you again. Gigawabamin. Minawa. La la la. Teleport me away, baby, if you would please.
1 to teleport.
Energize!